Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday, July 24th. It is 11 a.m. here on the East Coast. Appreciate you guys tuning in from wherever you are across the country or across the world. My name's Alex Bolin. I am the Director of Sales here at Digital Thinker, and I want to thank you and welcome you to our first installment of what we're calling HxGN Hacks with Digital Thinker. Our first 6 sessions, we're going to do what I'm dubbing as a mini series, which is going to be focusing solely on the digital work application, which is the preferred HxGN EAM application. So with me today, I've got Jordan Jensen, who's one of our all-star stud consultants who's been tackling this project up for us from the beginning. So real excited for him. Again, this is designed to be a short, fast-paced type environment and meeting. If you have questions, please throw it in the Q&A or the chat session, and we'll answer them at the end of the engagement since we do have a lot of information we want to cover today. At 15 minutes, I will bring up a reminder to say, hey guys, we're at the 15-minute mark. If you need to go ahead and jump out, no harm, no foul, because this will be posted on YouTube, and you'll be able to rewatch it whenever. So without any other further ado, I should say, I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Jordan, let him take over, and hope you guys enjoy the show. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Alex. So for y'all who don't know me, my name is Jordan Jensen. I'm a functional EAM consultant here with Digital Thinker. What we wanted to do with this 6-part series is shine a light on HxGN EAM's digital work. So we've been hearing some questions around digital work and what exactly it can do. Maybe some of you have digital work already and are maybe looking to get a better edge on what you can do with it. Maybe some of you have mobile offline, connected, or the disconnected apps with HxGN EAM and want to know maybe a little more about digital work. Maybe you don't have either mobile app and are just here to learn, and that's great. So wherever you're at, we just wanted to create something, like Alex said, quick and accessible for you, and that will hopefully return some value for you. If there are any questions, like Alex said, that pop up, feel free to place them in the chat and we'll be happy to address them. So what I want to start with is basically just a quick overview. We'll dive into exactly what digital work is, and then we'll go through a preview kind of the rest of the 6-part series that we'll do for y'all. So what is digital work? Digital work is HxGN EAM's premier mobile application. It's designed to put the power of the desktop application into the hands of your mobile user. So differing from the EAM mobile applications, digital work provides real-time synchronization, allowing users on your mobile device to work simultaneously with another user on the desktop. So in the other HxGN EAM mobile apps, you're used to pressing that sync button whenever you want to send it to EAM. Maybe you have an auto sync turned on, but this is going to be real-time synchronization. Right when you save that work order, your update's going to go through. This is going to allow for efficient work execution with the ability to complete work orders, digital checklists, and provide real-time notifications for you. For your materials management, you can perform physical inventory as well as completing requisitions, purchase orders, and PO receipts. Digital work allows you to customize the experience of the user. In the next slide, we're going to dive a little more into that. Okay, so here's a little quick mobile app comparison that'll kind of dive into the different details that we have. So your 3 digital work options are going to be advanced mobile, mobile requester, and field work. You can create user groups specific to each of these digital work options, as well as assign your users directly to these. So starting with the mobile requester, this is going to be your most bare bones option you have. This is for perfect users who only need selective use of the application. This would be great for external employees or contractors who need access to that contractor portal. Or maybe an operator finds an issue on the line. They're not the ones that are normally completing the work orders, but if they submit a work request, they can use the mobile requester option for that as well. For field work, it's going to be very similar to your other EAM mobile applications today. You have the ability to complete work orders, checklists, physical inventories, PO receipts, and requisitions. One difference between field work and EAM mobile, though, now is that you're able to access user-defined screens through digital work. So if you have a custom work order screen that you like to use for specific applications, you are able to access that now through digital work. And then with your advanced mobile, this is going to be the most similar kind of comparison that you have to your desktop version now. You get a lot of extra features previously only on the desktop EAM. You'll have access to everything that the mobile requester and fieldwork options have. Plus, you'll have access to POs, non-PO receipts, task plans, PM schedules, and the store screens. Users that are out in the field a lot but want capability to change their PM schedules and change their task plans as they're out there, this option is going to be best for them. So think of this option as kind of your users who are most familiar with your mobile applications. They enjoy using their mobile device, but also have some supervisor responsibilities. They'll be able to do a lot of what they're able to do on the desktop now on your mobile application. And then just some other differences want to cover quickly. One is digital work shares screen permissions with desktop EAM. So if you are changing your screen permissions for a user group through the desktop, just note that that will also now carry over to the digital work app for those users. It also uses the same Flex business rules as the desktop EAM, which allows for easier configuration. So what you have today with the other EAM mobile applications is you have mobile Flex. It's very limited, and you basically have to design a Flex for the desktop and your mobile applications. But now that is all combined into one. And basically, you're allowed to do the same exact kind of business rules you've set up on your digital work application as well. You can also run reports, which I'll go through kind of an example later for everyone. And you'll also have a different visual appearance, which I'll kind of dive into now. I'm going to pull this up on my iPad. Just give me 1 second. Okay, perfect. So when you log into your digital work application, you're going to come up to this Start Center. So this Start Center is going to carry over the inboxes that you have set up on your desktop user. So whether you're looking to find your work requests that are waiting for approval, the work orders that are assigned to you, maybe you have a purchase order that is sitting in a waiting approval status that you need to go in and approve. You can use these inboxes directly like you would use on your EAM desktop app. And just want to go through kind of this menu option here. So this will look obviously a little different just because it's on your iPad, but you've got your work, equipment, materials, purchasing, operations administration, similar to kind of like you would have with a super user in your desktop EAM version today. You have your settings, Start Center, these search and favorites. I'll kind of go over those a little more in our next session when we're going through a menu setup. But what you can do is search for screens you have on your menu as well as set favorites. So for example, I've set my work order screen as a favorite for me. And this will just allow for quicker access into those screens that, especially for your users who have access to a lot of these screens, you can add your favorites, get in there quickly, and they can go directly to their work orders. So what I just want to do is pull up an example work order here. I'll use one of these inboxes here. So I'll go into my open work orders. And I'll go into this one I created yesterday here. So just wanted to give you an overview of the view you have with this work order screen. You have your work order code, work order organization, and your description there in yellow. And then you have your equipment code, similar things that you would see on your desktop EAM, and also your other mobile applications. Like I said, this visual appearance is a little different, but you're going to have those kind of same features that you would have on your other mobile applications. And in digital work, these are called cards, but these are going to act similar kind of to your tabs in EAM, and you can customize these. And we'll kind of go into a little more detail in future sessions with these. Um, but just wanted to give you an overview of what kind of the feel of this is and what this looks like. Here you would have your comments. If you would add any activities on here, you can book labor through this. A lot of the same features that you would be able to do on the desktop. Now, one thing I just want to cover is kind of this reports feature. So what you can do is run reports exactly like you would be able to in the desktop from your iPad. So you can add these reports onto your menus and be able to pull these up. So I'm just going to do an example here. Go into reports, and I'm going to pull this list of classes report. So here are your report parameters options, similar to like you would see on the desktop, but just a little different view since we're on the mobile application. I'll just go ahead and print this. And like I said, there's plenty of, whether it's out of the box reports or custom reports that you can make. But just wanted to pull this one as it doesn't have any employee or user data on here that we wouldn't want to share. But here are just some example classes that we have. So this report pulls all of the classes that we have in our EAM environment. So like we have here, we have some level codes in here. And I won't go into too much detail what's in it, but just want to show you some of these options here. So if you click that share button on the top right, say you want to print a report out and you either want to send it to your supervisor or send it to someone in administration, what you can do is you can send it through mail, Teams, Outlook, messages. You can print it if you want, save it to your files. A lot of what you can do on your iPad today. But just other ways you can send it without actually having to either print it up if you want to. So just wanted to show you these extra features that we have here. Okay, so I am going to go back to the PowerPoint real quickly. Alrighty. So just wanted to give y'all a series preview. I know we were just kind of able to dive into the application just a little bit today. But in our future sessions, we'll be diving into more specific areas we want to cover. Maybe give you more ideas of whether it's the setup. Like for example, we'll cover menu layout and screen designer, because screen designer is going to be a little different on digital work compared to both screen designer on your desktop as well as screen designer for the other mobile applications. But what we want to focus on is basically giving you all those tips and tricks, whether it's reducing clicks, whether it's a different layout that you might want to use and it gives you more information. We'll kind of cover those with whether shortcut icons, install parameters, and show you the different kind of views you can use that certain users might use, and basically just give you more value out of your daily use of digital work, and maybe provide you some context on why you might want to switch over to digital work in the future. So if there's anything you see on this timeline that you'd like to know more about, or if there's something you don't see that you're interested in, feel free to let us know. We want to make sure that you're getting value out of these sessions with us. We're open to any input. If there's something you'd like to cover, just let us know and we'd be happy to look at it. So with that being said, Alex, I'll just pass it over to you and take over from here.
Awesome. Thanks, Jordan. That was great. We are right on the 15-minute mark, so we're doing great on time. if anybody wants to stick around and ask any questions, I know Jordan and I said would be more than happy to stay a little bit longer to help answer those questions for you. So we'll be glad to stay back until about the 11:20 mark, just to help answer questions if anybody has any discussions. But I did put in the chat the link to the next webinar on August 7th. So go ahead and please register for that, and feel free to share it with anybody you know that would be interested in this. And then I'm also about to drop in the chat a link to a survey, so we can at least get your feedback on how today's session was. And then there's a general box form for any additional sessions or topics that you would like to hear. If you don't see anything, like Jordan said, that's on this list, please let us know. And if we get a general consensus that it's a hot topic item, we'll be happy to throw an additional webinar somewhere in the mix of all this. That way we can cover the topic that you want to hear about. So with that being said, I wish everybody an absolutely happy Wednesday. Hope you have a good weekend. We'll see you August 7th. And like I said before, Jordan and I will stick around for about 5 more minutes to answer any questions. And looks like we do have one question, Jordan. Mike Whipple asks, can you add multiple pictures into a work order, or do you have to just add one at a time?
That's a good question. I believe it is only one picture at a time, but let me get some more information on that, and I can follow up on that later.
Fantastic. Like I mentioned before, we're just here to help answer any questions. If you guys want to stick around, if you got bigger and better things to do this afternoon, we totally understand it. But we're happy to, like I said, help field any additional questions and make sure you guys feel covered. For those of you that are still with us, just to let you know as well, we are hosting another more lengthy webinar. Thanks, Joyce. It's good seeing you as well. Hope you enjoy your afternoon. Next week, Victor's going to be joining us with a what to expect with Ion if you're an on-prem user using Ion Data Bridge. So we are going to learn a little bit more about how to plan better for your future integrations and what options are available from HxGN to make sure you're covered. So please feel free to check out our LinkedIn page where you can find the link to register for that. And we'd love to see you there as well. All right, that looks like the bulk of the attendees are leaving today. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Again, thanks everybody for your time. Hope you enjoy your Wednesday afternoon and have a great weekend.